Alright. Okay. In the last video, one of my videos I said about the time, that ended at 10:29. 9, 2, 7 times 1 is 7. That's how I get my numbers. That's how I know. They've changed them on me. They're out of their minds. Like, I've posted a video that was 38 seconds on my phone and it comes up 41 seconds or something. Like, where did 3 extra seconds come from? I believed it last night when I went out there and antagonized whoever it is. I'm telling you. I wish you could come to my house and see this. It makes me mad that there's people wandering around my woods watching me for no reason. Actually, they have a reason. Holder's newest thing is that we're going to go after homegrown terrorists who radicalize people via the internet. Truthers. Christians. When Christianity is outlawed, Christians will be considered radicals. God is here. What do you mean this isn't God? You're a radical. We're on the list. Time's running out for us, man. That guy with the storms that are going to be getting so much worse. Last night I saw a ball of light floating around in my woods, man. It had to be the size of a golf ball, maybe a little bigger. I thought, alright, it's a lightning bug. It wasn't flashing. It was just kind of this ball going in and out of the trees. Probably this big, man. I still don't know what it was. Liz didn't see it. I saw it. When all that stuff was happening. The stuff with the dragon, the beast, and the false prophet. That was all I was given. I don't know which one's who, or how it is. I was reading Revelations outside. It's the craziest thought that I think, well, somebody comes in and messes with this Bible. Because I have sections marked and everything, but sometimes I'll pick it up and it's like I'm reading a whole different book. I don't know how to explain it. It sounds insane to say that somebody's coming in and switching out my Bible to mess with my head. But I'll get to Revelations and sometimes it'll be like I'm reading a whole different book than what I was reading last time. I just assume it's my Father showing me something. But I woke up, that was what was in my head. Those 3. The frogs. There's too much. Oh, the storms. The last time we had thunderstorms, I told Liz, what's with this thunder, man? I assumed that because these windmills are here, it moves the air flowing when 2 fronts are coming through, like it keeps it here, because it seems like the thunder is consistently right above my house. And it doesn't move, it just cracks and goes and goes and goes. These storms are going to get so much worse. They're going to start trying to hide it. But when people see that there's a storm that covers an entire nation, they're going to bury this. They're going to try and keep people in blind as long as they could. You have to start telling people. They have to know. Like, I get frustrated too. I read the comments. I was just going through them because I don't know if they're deleting comments or if people just stop commenting or what, but the one girl said she just feels like giving up sometimes. Nobody listens, and I feel the same way. But when it's right in front of them, they'll have to listen. It's gonna get bad. They're hiding the feed from the Yellowstone Park. There's laws that they could use propaganda on us. There's so much stuff. I've been getting into, again, how they use people like Rihanna, and nobody has any idea. The veil's getting lifted, though. People are going to start seeing. And we have to be the ones to show them how to beat it, how to get out from under it. I'm going to say something. I was never given anything about this. DeMarc, someone who I truly respect, the other day, said that he thinks that when a seal is cracked, a trumpet sounds, and a vial is done. That's impossible. He also said that the mark of the beast is not going to be a physical mark. It's not going to be the RFID chip everybody's looking for. It's not going to be, we're going to be sealed in our foreheads. Alright? He also gave an example that when the time comes, if they tell you either you take the mark of the, if you take the mark of the beast, we'll give your family food. Your family's sitting there starving to death, emaciated, stomach's all protruding. If you take that mark, or you take the chip, as long as you still have Jesus in your heart, Jesus will allow that. I don't know how I feel about that. Everything I've ever spoken out of the Bible, I wasn't looking for. I don't sit and look to interpret, well, this is what this means. That's not how it works, man. This is our Father's word. Our Father has to touch you to give you that interpretation. You just can't decide that you could decipher that book. Every time I've gotten something from him, it almost puts me to my knees. My eyes fill with tears. My hair stands up. And it's like somebody punched me in the chest. I can't breathe. Because when God gives you knowledge, when he lays his tiny little finger on your head, just that little bit will knock you down. So for someone to say, and this is, he told somebody this. Now this woman, unless she's given something different, is going to go on what he told her. That, oh, I could take that chip. What if you're wrong? What if the chip is the mark? What if before they put that chip in her hand so she could feed her family, they tell her, you have to get on your knees and worship that dude, or that statue, or that picture? Is Jesus going to be alright with that? Nah, man. You don't do that. I'm sorry. I love him as a brother. Like, he's smart. I watch almost every one of his videos because he shows the stuff that we need to know about. Weather-wise, sun-wise, star-wise. But when you start thinking that you're smart enough to interpret the word without the help of our Father, that's a bad road to take. A lot of people felt that way. Mormons felt that way. Jehovah's Witnesses felt that way. Seventh-day Adventists felt that way. Catholics. They all thought they were smart enough to know what God meant. You don't do that. I'd like to believe that everybody's not going to have to line up and say, well, either you take the mark, or you go to prison, or you don't get food, or you don't get to buy, sell, or trade. And if you have that, if you can't buy, sell, or trade unless you have the mark, and it's not a visible mark, how are they going to know? The mark of the beast is described as something that will be put in your hand or your forehead that you will not be allowed to buy, sell, or trade with. So, alright, do you really think that the beast is going to be stupid enough to say, well, I'll take your word for it? You worship me? Okay, you could have food. No. There's going to be a physical mark. I hope that lady speaks to someone else. Because I think he really just screwed up. I guess that's it. The noises have stopped. I pulled into my driveway. Every time I pull in, I try and record it. I haven't heard it once. So I don't know if they changed it, or they alternated it, or what they did, but I haven't been able to catch another one. I wonder if they're upset. I like messing with him. Probably shouldn't antagonize him. I have no fear, though. I don't know how he feels about me doing that, but I'm human. Alright, that's it. I love you. Jesus loves you. If you don't know God, don't listen to all the crap. He's real. Heaven's real. I've seen it. If heaven's real, the opposite is real. You don't want to go there. Heaven is perfect, man. He is very real. And He loves us so very, very much. And the hardest thing to do is let go. But it's also the easiest. After I saw heaven, I couldn't understand. I'd be telling people, just let go. Just let go. And I never knew what I was telling them to let go of. I was telling them to let go of all the stuff that they were holding on to, that our Father died for. You have to let go. My eyes are burning. I love when He lets me know I said something right. Oh well. Keep your eyes open, because things are going to start getting real freaky. I love you. God bless.